Looking ahead, which of the following best describes your ideal way to interact with friends in Genshin Impact? And the option that they have here, establish large communities like guilds or unions with a unified name and activities. That sounds like a guild, clan tags, and leaderboards slash like guild dailies, guild weeklies, guild monthly goals. I want this so badly. So I just came across some pretty interesting information regarding inquiry about future content for Genshin. I know this is not my reaction to the Nodcry web event. I am still editing the video. You guys can see it in the backdrop. I did get a little bit burnt out over the last couple of days editing and compiling and recording this. I know that they're dropping some other videos. 5.8's a couple of days away, so just please be patient. This video should be out in another 1 to 2 days. Hopefully you guys are still interested in checking it out even after 5.8 comes out, but that is not the topic of this video. I just wanted to put a disclaimer out there because people are asking me every time I type or tweet or post something that's not the web event reaction. So just be patient. That video is coming. But this is really important for those of you who are interested in multiplayer co-op focused content, particularly guilds coming to Genshin Impact, because at the time of recording right now, there is an exclusive survey on the HoYoLabs site that apparently a lot of users have been pinged. I learned about it from people in my Discord, and I wanted to signal boost this to kind of let you guys know. But given the fact that there is a survey specifically asking for guild related information is huge. It's another big deal for me personally, because 3 years ago, my community and I did a stream where we were giving our lists of feedback, criticism, quality of life suggestions for the game. And I mean, I've been advocating even before we made this list. We did this around version 2.5, which was about 3 years ago. And like we had a ton of listings, but a lot of these things have made their way into the game over the last 3 years. But I have personally been advocating for like more cooperative play, more things to do with community members and people that you play the game with, especially since they have a multiplayer component to the game that they don't really utilize, and it's not exactly fulfilling as I would wish it to be. And so 3 years ago, at the bottom here, I made suggestions for guilds. I mentioned add a guild system that enables more cooperative play and community rewards, and to add dailies, weeklies, and monthly guild goals, a bank slash trading system, guild reputation, guild leaderboards, raid bosses, the works, right? Like give people a reason to kind of bring their communities together, do cooperative events, allow more people to make friends and to kind of like group and collab together, then have like a clan tag and, you know, have some like representation within the game beyond just, you know, your own YouTube videos or Twitch streams or whatever the case might be. This is established in many like MMOs and like other gacha games that I played. Like I think Knights Chronicle was a gacha game that I played before Genshin. I played it briefly because they had a Ruby collab in it, and my main channel heavily focused on Ruby, and like that had a guild, and I thought that was really cool, and I made a guild and I named it, and my community followed me, and there was like a bunch of Ruby fans that were getting into the game for the first time. This is something that I really want to like signal boost and let you guys know. So if you go on the HoYoLabs website, I will leave a link in the description and pinned comment of this video. I'm gonna let my Discord know, I'm gonna let Twitter know, I'm gonna let the YouTube community know. But if you go on HoYoLabs right now, you should get a ping on your account that says Genshin Impact Co-op with Friends Satisfaction Survey. You click on this and it'll bring you to this listing here that says, in order to better build the continent of Teyvat, we sincerely invite you to participate in this survey. Now, I don't think this survey is in-game. This is a survey, and they've done this before in the past with like end-game content. I think Brand Signal boosted this on Twitter a while back. This is seemingly only on the HoYoLabs website. So if you click this, and I saw a little bit of the listings, and I was like, wait a minute, I have to make a video on this. So they are deliberately asking for cooperative gameplay mechanics and systems and implementations with friends in mind. So I just want to kind of run you guys through this so you guys know exactly like what they're kind of asking for. Thinking back to when you first started playing Genshin Impact, what did you do most often with friends in co-op? So for me, it would most definitely be open world. I mean, Genshin Impact feels like a really great, just like metaverse. If you know, like I know that's like a meme term nowadays, but like I genuinely sometimes I just get on Genshin Impact with my friends. We're all collectively in the world together, but we're in a Discord call. So we're in a call talking to each other, but we're in the world with our own characters, and it feels like togetherness. Like we're all together, we're in the same world, we're fighting mobs, we're collecting mats, we're kind of existing in the world of Teyvat. And I think that's like the heart and spirit and soul of like what I would love for co-op. It's like guilds, people coming together. Obviously 4 people at a time is very limiting. I wish there was something that they could do to like enhance this even more. But for me personally, you know, I mainly focus on the open worlds. Obviously I also do co-op for friendship experience and stuff. So domains and weekly bosses and stuff like that, for me at least. Next question they ask is, when you were first able to play co-op in Genshin Impact with friends, what kind of experience were you looking for the most? For me, it was really just kind of immersing myself in the world, sharing in that experience with other people, exploring together, collecting chests together, doing... I wish we could have done quests together too, but unfortunately you can't really do that, at least not holistically the way that I thought it would be. But really it's just about exploring the world, doing things together, like you know, going, like if everyone has to farm mobs, then everyone gets on together and they go through location to location farming the specific mob that you need or the specific world boss. So it's just really just getting on and defeating mobs and experiencing the world together. When playing with friends in co-op, which of the following activities most often leads to a negative or unpleasant experience? The Stygian Onslaught was absolutely like horrendous. I also think the most recent co-op event that they just had, the combat co-op, a lot of people discoordinated, people using different characters, not knowing how the buffs work, just a lot of miscommunication. Unless you're playing with people you know and you're all in the party together, like a Discord server or something, like combat oriented content in co-op with people you don't know is not a good time. Stygian Onslaught as well, you have to basically be playing with whales in order to get like the high-end content cleared at the very least. So I would probably just say the high-end combat for me. Besides content that can be actively played in co-op, do you consider the following to have a in-game social function? I'm gonna say no with the appearances, like outfits, weapon skins, envisaged echoes, like cosmetically appealing attire. Like, I don't really care about that. That doesn't really do much for me. I will say, however, it is very motivating to see a power showcase. The challenges you've completed, the leaderboards. I love stats. I love statistics. I love seeing how many characters people have that are friendship 10. I love seeing, like, I always go on people's accounts and just see what characters do they have in their showcase, what you know, what name cards do they have. It's almost like your Genshin Impact like battle report. It just says a lot about you as a player, how many achievements you have, etc., etc. So I really like these last two. Big motivator on the power showcase as well as the collection showcase for me personally, but cosmetics I don't really care for. When interacting with friends, do the following, how satisfied are you? I actually really like both of these. And they've been adding on to them whenever they add a new permanent piece of content like Imaginarium Theater and Stygian Onslaught, and so I really appreciate and like both of these. If the following, oh, so they're talking about leaderboards here. Okay. If the following types of leaderboards or records were added to the game, how would you like them displayed? Available to everyone. I literally don't have any issue or qualms with people seeing how I play the game. Maybe that's just a personal, for me, that's a personal like badge of honor, but I know some people could see that as like, oh, I'll be judged, or people will say I don't play the game or I don't like the game. I don't mind anybody checking out my account personally, but obviously if you do, then, you know, put the ones that you expect. Compared to when you first started playing Genshin Impact, how was your overall frequency of playing co-op with friends changed in the most recent version? So I'm a very specific individual when it comes to this question. I do co-op every patch. I'm gonna put on screen how many times I've done co-op in the game since launch, but I do co-op every patch because you get double friendship experience, and because I read my character's lore, their friendship lore, when they get to friendship 6, getting friendship experience, like optimizing friendship XP is important to me. So I literally only do co-op to get my character to friendship 6, and then I stop doing co-op until I get another character that I want to get friendship 6 or friendship 10 as soon as possible. So personally, it has changed in that regard, but I would say overall, it's probably decreased significantly ever since the game released, because outside of my personal necessity for content, right, reading lore, reading weapons and stuff like that, outside of that, I've probably done co-op less and less organically. So I'm going to say significantly decreased. What are the main problems when you play co-op with friends in Genshin? Oh boy, where do you start? No in-game communication. I could probably pick all of these. There are too many things to do in co-op. Oh, Oh god, yeah, there's few things to do in co-op. Yeah, I cannot do Archon quests or open. I think it's bullshit that you can't open chests with someone that like leads you to a chest, or like you lead them to a chest or whatever. Like you can't collectively get the same chest. You have to get the chest in their world and then go to your world and get that same chest. I wish there was a way to overlap co-ops, like to overlap people's worlds together to collectively show like, oh, this is this person in their world. Like, I don't know how they would do that. Obviously they'd have to change like their coding and whatever. Probably complicated, but yeah. Lack of challenging content that requires co-op for friends to complete. Lack of fun modes. Playing with friends on different devices is difficult because of controls. I would probably say lack of challenging content, because just being realistic, I don't need co-op to complete content in the game. Co-op makes me complete content slower, because the more people you have in your world, the more they scale the mobs up. So if I'm by myself and all my characters are built, I can clear content faster than I have for co-op. So, you know, there is a general lack of challenging content, I would say, because there's no reason for other people to be in your world if you can already beat the content yourself. I personally just would like co-op for the company factor, if anything. So that's just me. Looking ahead, what do you think of Genshin Impact releasing more content suitable for So they're specifically asking for this game. I'm not asking in the context of other games. For this game, how do you feel about implementing more suitable co-op and socializing content? I strongly look forward to it. I want that so bad. I've wanted this for years. This is the reason why I'm making this video, by the way. This is the question. All of the others are obviously built off of this, but like, I want more co-op. I want more reasons to play with my friends, to play with my community, to have like a stronger sense of community, like to kind of work towards similar goals together. So absolutely that one. For the future co-op content you might be interested in, how appealing would the following types of gameplay be to you? Open world exploration for special areas suitable for co-op. 5 stars. I want this. Absolutely. High combat content. I want that too, honestly. You know, if someone's not the most OP mega hacks player, I could help them out. Sure. I'm not too crazy about this. This is almost kind of like what the teapot signifies. Casual competition. Friends only leaderboards. Oh, I actually like that. Friends only leaderboards would be fun. PvP combat. Personally, I don't care about PvP combat. I'm sure there are people that would want that kind of content, but regardless, they're asking for your opinion on all different factors of co-op content, so I think this is important. This is this is massive. This is fucking huge. This is the reason I'm making this video. Looking ahead, which of the following best describes your ideal way to interact with friends in Genshin Impact? And the option that they have here, establish large communities like guilds or unions with a unified name and activities. That sounds like a guild, clan tags, and leaderboards / like guild dailies, guild weeklies, guild monthly goals. I want this so badly. Everyone pick this one, please. I know you might like single player. The game is going to be single player no matter what. Adding guilds does not take away from the single player experience. I want guilds so fucking bad. You guys have no idea. If you already like playing with people, then having a guild just means that you'll be able to have your own guild regardless of how big or how small it is. I personally love the idea of guilds. I've wanted this for years. This is my absolute, I want this more than anything, and that is why I made this video. That is why I am signal boosting this to you guys. That's why I want more people to know about this survey. It's on the HoYoLabs website. Please select guilds so we can potentially get guilds like a year down the road or in the future of the game. I really want that. Like, I want this more than anything in the game, more than repeatable end game complex content, like more than anything. Like, besides like being able to replay old events, like guilds is probably the next best thing I want. So that is absolutely what I want. I really hope that we get some updates on this in the future. And with all that said, gamers, that is the survey. Again, I just wanted to let you guys know it is on the HoYoLabs website, so I hope you guys will check it out. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description and pinned comment. I'll let people know on Discord, on Twitter, on YouTube, and I will spread the word, and hopefully you guys can spread the word to other creators. So the more people talk about this, the more we can implement this. Like, I really like Genshin as a single player game. I'd like it even more. I don't think I've ever liked a game that I played by myself that could be played with friends and was made worse. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, friends amplify those kind of games. So I really hope that we get to see some results of this in the future. It's been available for 24 hours so far, so it just came out yesterday. So hopefully you guys will check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.